a little life update and share some of my favorite products. And welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a mix-up of a few things. So I wanted to give an update on my fibromyalgia and how I've been dealing with that lately. I want to give a little bit of a life update, and I also wanted to share a few of my favorite products that I've really been loving lately. So if that's something you want to see, stick with me. So as far as my fibromyalgia update, I just want to let you guys know a little bit about what's been going on as far as getting a new doctor and what treatment plan I'm on right now. So when I moved to North Carolina, obviously I had to get a new doctor, and so I looked into the UNC healthcare system and I found my doctor that I have currently. I don't want to mention any names just because, you know, privacy things, but she is absolutely amazing. When I walked into the first appointment, first of all, her nurse that she has is just as amazing as she is, very thorough, asks a lot of questions. I never feel rushed with her. When she walked into my first appointment, she said something that I had never heard from any other doctor, which was, I know you're here for your initial appointment. Usually people do a physical or do blood work, whatever, but I just want to talk. And I literally could have cried tears of joy because I have always been so rushed out of an office, and it's very just a physical, let me look at you and see what's wrong. And this is the first doctor that has said, let's just chat. And we talked about my medical history, and she made sure that if she needed to get any background work done with my other doctors, that she got that taken care of. And I felt really, really good about who I had chosen as a doctor. So as far as my treatment plan going ahead, she did want to go ahead and do some blood work to check my thyroid, which I actually don't know if I've had another doctor look into that. But as she was saying, if I have fatigue as often as I do, it's always good to just go ahead and check if you have any thyroid issues to see that there's not two conditions that are overlapping and we're thinking it's one thing and it's the other. So she went ahead and did blood work for that. My thyroid levels came back slightly elevated, but she said it was really nothing to be concerned about, but we would keep an eye on it. She also wanted to check for celiac disease. So she went ahead and did that in the blood work. Again, it was slightly elevated, but I'll talk about a little bit more on that later. So as far as my treatment plan now, in the past, the first medication I took for fibromyalgia was gabapentin, and I went off that pretty quickly because I did not like the side effects. So she was pretty confident in the fact that I would be able to go right on trying Lyrica, which I was hopeful for, and I was willing to give that a try. So it took a while for my insurance to even think about possibly approving it, but they gave me a letter back saying that I would need to try and fail not only gabapentin, but Cymbalta before trying Lyrica. And that was a letter of like medical necessity or something like that. But so I'm currently on Cymbalta. I'm on the lowest dose of Cymbalta because my doctor was saying, well, if you're gonna have side effects, you might as well have them on the lowest dose. So let's talk about side effects. With Cymbalta, the only side effects I have paid attention and really can see are one of the same ones I had with gabapentin, which it's not horrible, it's just obnoxious, is yawning. So it's not as bad as it was on my gabapentin, which it was like excessive yawning, like consistently yawning and not like knowing why. So this, it's like yawning, but it's just obnoxious. It's not as often, but it's still annoying. The other symptom that I see is like a little bit of excessive fatigue. I feel like my brain's awake during the day, but my eyelids like feel like they have 50-pound weights on them. What was the other symptom? Oh, and the other symptom, fogginess. So having a little bit of trouble like with memory and kind of like staring off into space more often than I think I should. So those are really the only symptoms that I've noticed so far. Unfortunately, I haven't felt too much of a difference in pain levels. I still have that general achiness, I still have the joint pain where I usually would, but again, I am on the lowest dose, so we can keep going up, and I have an appointment with her in 2 months, so we'll see where I'm at then. So she also wanted to get an updated ultrasound on my left kidney cyst, so I went in and got that done, and it is still there. It has not burst or gone away on its own. She said it's about a 1.1 millimeter cyst, a parapelvic cyst, and that it doesn't look like it's gonna grow. It doesn't look like anything's gonna really happen to it. So if I do have pain, it's just kind of obnoxious, but it's just gonna be there. So another awesome thing was that she referred me to a great gastroenterologist, and so I am back at my GI doctor, which is good because I do have something called Barrett's esophagus, which needs to be monitored because it is when the lining of your stomach starts to grow in your esophagus, which can become cancerous. So I went to my new GI doctor at UNC Hospital, and she is also just wonderful. She was very thorough in asking about all my background stuff. She had asked some questions that have actually never been asked before by a GI doctor, so that was really great. We went over my Barrett's and asked reflux, GERD, all that. So there was a few problems that we needed to address. I had been off omeprazole for like 5 years, and when she asked why, I said, well, you know the little paper that comes with your medication when you pick it up? I read it one day and it says you're not supposed to be on omeprazole for more than 2 years at a time. And she's like, oh yeah, we have a lot of people that read that. So she said she wanted to get me back on it for now because I have to get an upper endoscopy done for the checking on my Barrett's esophagus, and she's also going to be biopsying for celiac. So that was the little follow-up on the celiac. They will go in and biopsy a part and take it out and test for celiac that way. But when they go in for the upper endoscopy, the omeprazole will get rid of any inflammation so that they're not seeing something that's not actually there, it's just inflammation. So I am on that. I take it every morning before breakfast, and that's when I take most of my medications. Just the Cymbalta, my omeprazole, I take 2 magnesiums and a multivitamin and some probiotic gummies. So I've definitely cut down on the amount of supplements I was taking, because talking to my regular doctor, my primary care doctor, she basically said I was paying for really expensive urine. So I stopped taking a lot of the supplements that actually didn't need, and I only thought I needed them. So that was all for my fibromyalgia update, and I just want to talk about a little bit of some things that have been going on in my life that have been kind of exciting and fun recently. So recently I have started a new job with a company called Bright Horizons, and they provide childcare, and I will be a classroom support and an administrative assistant, but it's really great to see, even in just a few days of training I had, that with this company, there's so many places to grow with them, and their values and their morals are just really wonderful, and I can't wait to start digging in with this company. I go in today for my first day of working in my actual center, so I'm really excited about that. I'm already super excited about the team I'm gonna work with, and I'll keep you guys updated as far as what the job entails and how I like it so far. So in between my previous job and starting training for this new job, I actually had a week off, and I had the wonderful opportunity to go to Florida and visit with my mom and grandma. So I got to have a week off and relax and just refresh and have a second to breathe. I got to sit on the beach, which was wonderful, and I got to spend quality time with my mom and grandma, so I was really grateful for that. And sometimes you don't realize until you are in the moment how much you need time with your family and need time away from your normal situation. So I was really grateful to be able to do that. So now I just want to share a few products that I've really been loving lately. I didn't really have enough to make a whole favorites video, so I thought I'd just throw them in at the end here. Because I always like to see what people are really liking as far as like skincare and clothing and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in more favorites videos, please leave me a comment down below and I can kind of gather up a few more of my favorites. But these are just a few of my favorites that I've really been loving recently. I've really been trying to get my skincare routine under control and really treat my skin well. And so a line that I've been loving, and I have like most of their products right here, is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost line. So I have their Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. So that's just a moisturizer. And I don't go through these very quickly because you don't need a lot of product, which is nice. I don't like having to rebuy products very often. I also have their Hydro Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel. And then their Hydro Boost Exfoliating Cleanser, which this is what I use in the shower. And I just really love the line. I do like to use similar products. Like if there's lots of products in one line, I kind of like to stick with it because I found that when I use like a cleanser from this line and exfoliator from this line, my skin doesn't really react well to it. And this is really good because there's just not a lot of ingredients in it. It's very simple, so I like that. And then I was noticing that I really need to get like my pores under control. And so I went to Ulta and I had one of the employees there try to help me out with what I should use. And she pointed me in the right direction because I have used this brand before and I think I've talked about it on this channel, but it is First Aid Beauty. And this is their Ultra Repair Hydro Firm Sleeping Cream. So I put this on right before I go to bed at night and it's really, really creamy. Again, you don't have to use a lot. I've had this for a few months now and it doesn't take a lot to get your face really moisturized. And in the morning, I wake up and my skin is really dewy and soft. So I really like that. And I have seen my pores start to close up a little bit and get rid of those blackheads. So, woohoo! So I am no makeup guru, but there are a few products I have really enjoyed. And for Christmas, I got a little sampler of mascaras from my aunt. And in the little bundle was the Maybelline New York, the Colossal Volume Express. It's in the yellow tube with purple writing. And I just really like this mascara. I usually use brown mascara, but when I want my eyelashes to pop a little bit, I do like to use a black mascara. And it's a pretty simple mascara. It doesn't have like a fancy wand or anything, but I really like it and it makes my eyelashes really long and luscious. So the last favorite that I want to mention is something that I treated myself to when I got my new job, and that is a new work bag. So I have had a Vera Bradley backpack, which you've seen. It's in my travel video, and I will link that up above. I can never remember which corner to point to. And I was using that as my work bag for a really long time, but I needed something a little more updated and just a little bit smaller. So this is from Target. I can't remember the brand. Let me take a look-see inside. Found it. It's their A New Day brand. They have it in a couple different colors. I just really liked the black and the gold. But what I really liked about it was that not only is it a little arm bag that you can just kind of hook onto your arm, but it's a backpack too. So there's a strap on the back, but it doesn't just hang loose. That's what I've seen with other backpack bags that kind of are like a 2-in-1 bag, is that the backpack strap, like, it's not out of the way. So the cool thing about this is that it just clips up, and then when you want it to be backpack, it just unclips and then you zip it down. So I thought that was really cool because I do like the versatility of a bag you can hold on your arm and a backpack, because having a bag you can only hold in one way is not good for people with fibromyalgia because you need to switch it up. It also has a little clasp here that if you want to hold the handles together, you can clip it. It has a big pocket here in the front, which I also treated myself to a new wallet. I really love the big wallets because there's enough room for all of your cards, and there's a cute little, hold on, it's a cute little money pocket back here. So I really like that. As far as what's inside, it's a pretty big pocket on the inside. There's 2 little pockets on one side, 2 little pockets on the other side, and a zipper pocket. Then there's also a little spot for like a tablet or a laptop. So This is a really awesome bag and it's very versatile, so that's what I love about it. Like I said, there's a couple different colors. I saw the black and gold, I saw pink and black, and a green and gold. So if you're interested, head on over to Target. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see from me, please leave them in the comments down below. I really loved getting to interact with you guys in the comments so far. I do try to respond to everyone, so please keep it up. I really love it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.